Hello, hello, SigmaWho, you're signing on. The zombies are loud, and if you look at my giant face and the little bar below it, then you've noticed that I've got a full set of tools, and that makes me very happy, because I can do things now. Quite efficiently, might I add. Now, I've made a decision, and as I've made that decision, I've come to realize that, sometimes you make plans, and they don't actually turn out as they were looking in your head, right? Like, it looks different in reality. And that's very much the case here. I had plans, and then I realized, hey, this plan's actually kind of hard. I should do some prep to make the plan easier. And I looked at the prep, and I said, oh, that's kind of a hard prep thing to do. I should probably do something to make the prep easier. And then so I was going to prep for the prep, right? And I realized that the prep for the prep was a little difficult, so I said, hey, I can do something here to make this, easier for the prep for the prep. So then I was going to prep for the prep for the prep, and it was just going on. And it boiled down to this. I want to build an old abandoned mall because I need space to store things, and to make that mall, I'm going to need a lot of resources, and it's going to be absolute hell to carry so many things back and forth, especially since I'm going to be using a lot of concrete and a lot of terracotta, and I have not found a mesa, so I'm going to have to get the clay, and then that's going to be fun. And, of course, concrete, you need gravel and sand, and that is just a nightmare to turn into concrete. So I need shulkers, and to get shulkers, you have to go to the end, and to get anywhere in the end, you have to defeat the dragon. So that's what my plan is currently. It's my current standing plan, is to just go kill the dragon. And, I'm sure that a lot of people, that they're just thinking, oh yeah, that's easy, no big deal. I have never actually killed the dragon on my own. I have fought the dragon a total of 3 times, and we've defeated it every time. In fact, I do believe I got the killing blow in one of the 3 times we have faced it, but I was always with the group. The first time was in the original Umbrella Alliance, the second time was in the second Umbrella Alliance, and the third time was on a modded Hi-Hi server. And yeah, I was always with people. I've never done it on my own. So this will be an interesting challenge, an exercise, and to see how much I can push myself, and of course to get a gauge of my skill. I'm not expecting it to go terribly well, to be honest. Even the zombies are like, we're giving up on you, goodbye. There's no more bodies for you to slay, which is sad. So yeah, I'm just repairing all my tools because I did do some mucking around in the nether, which luckily I didn't die. I managed to figure out where I was going and what I was doing without any type of death occurring, which was wonderful. Though I was shot at by a ghast. That ghast was having a bad day. So as things stand, here's my toolkit. I've got an axe, I've got a sword, I've got a shovel, 2 pickaxes, a shield, and a half-decent bow. Well, it's actually more than half-decent, honestly. And I do have Eyes of Ender. I have Eyes of Ender, right? So the plan is currently to go in whatever direction those little Eyes of Ender point. I don't have any more Eyes of Ender. They were all in the Ender chest, which I just broke. Alright, this is it. We finally got our Eyes of Ender. We've got our Ender chest. Let's figure out what's going on, right? Oh, it's in this direction. Now, I've never actually found one of these strongholds on my own, so this is going to be a bit of an adventure, and I fully expect it to take me several days to actually find the portal frame. As I stare into the void, I had a realization. I've got all my stuff. I've got my beds, my arrows, my backup pick instead of my good ones, and I am ready to jump in and slay this dragon on my own. I'm ready to do it. And then I remembered that, hey, we could have a tradition of bringing a llama with us. And he's key emphasis on us, right? I've never done this on my own. So I asked the group, I was like, hey, is this some type of tradition for when we're all together exclusively, or is it a thing that we all can do individually as well? And they were like, llama, Sigma, what are you doing? Where's the llama? Llama acquired. We have a llama, and, I mean, look at that face. He's ready for this. He's probably ready for this more than I am. And if it's down here, if I remember correctly, and, yeah, okay, this guy, he's gotta go. Die. Okay. This is it. We're going. We've got the llama. We've got everything we need. And, okay, I did not think this through. I don't want him to fall off. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna make a platform then, because that worked when I was transporting him through the nether. So let's just go ahead and, whoop, whoop, bloop, bloop. And now it's a little push. Blech. And, oh, come on. I killed your friend. You're next to go. Shoot. Now, oh, well, okay. Llama beat me through. I mean, that was the plan, but anyway. Ah! Llama! In my face. And, oh, no! Oh, no, come... Oh. I thought that happened really... And, oh. We're alive, okay. Might as well just, start going. And I need resources, and luckily the end city raids are pretty successful, Elytra aside. I've got all this stuff growing out here, mostly for the mall, like the cactus there, that's for the dye for the terracotta, which is going to be the outside, and like all these orange boxes here, these have all got like stuff in them I'm collecting in the process of, and I'm hopefully going to fill all these up and all of these as well. And right now we're working on a mineshaft, and I've collected some stuff here so far. And I don't have enough stuff quite yet, so I'm going to go ahead and keep doing that, and then we'll hop into a time lapse. Time lapse over. That was not my favorite time lapse ever, but you know what? It'll do. Now, this is definitely going to look different. I seem to have a habit of doing things in the time lapse and then just doing a bunch of little tweaks afterwards. And one of the things that you might have noticed is I've pushed this wall back, and I've done this for every wall that was framed by these wooden pillars all the way down the mineshaft that I've created for myself. Because if you looked at it before, it just, that flatness just was not doing it. I was trying to sit there and justifying it to myself, like, oh, you know, it does this, it does that. I was thinking of this, and I just was like, you know what? No, Sigma, this build just sucks. Just fix it. It needs depth. I need depth in my life. So I added that by just pushing the wall back, and it was a bit of a pain, but I managed. I've also added this little table here. I've thrown some shulker boxes here into like a little type of case thingamawhatser. I think it looks decent. It looks decent. Furniture is not my forte, whatever, you know, fancy words. It's not my area of expertise. Down here, I have not finished this side yet. I am planning to add some steps and such to kind of create a nicer walkway, a nicer path up to this amethyst geode, which is very convenient to have. Can't even get inside. I have to break those, and I don't want to. I love the sound. Oh, that is just the best. I love it. Anyway, back on topic. So yeah, as you can see, it's still got like granite and stuff and dirt, and I'm gonna get rid of all that, and I'll like, you know, texture this nicely, hopefully. It's nicely for what I can do, right? And here I actually decided to keep the deep slate floor because I thought it looked very good. So I just kind of extended this mineshaft pattern into this cavern over here. And I've got all this water here, and I can actually swim back here, and there's a small cavernous area back here, and then it goes also into the ocean, and then there's also caverns here, and it's just very spacey, very cavernous. There's lots of caverns. I think I've said the word cavern more times in the past minute than I've ever said in my life. But, you know, I have to call it like I see it, describe it as is. Down here, I've also expanded this in addition to pushing the walls back, And I didn't realize at first, like when I had started this level, that there was all this bedrock here, and unfortunately this is one of those times when function is going to have to take precedence over aesthetic, because I'm not going to raise the floor of my entire mine up one. Firstly, because that's bad business for mining. I'm going to miss a ton of resources if I do that. And secondly, well, mostly that's the only reason. Secondly, I'm a bit lazy, but, you know, we don't want to talk about that. Now, this mineshaft is looking pretty spiffy and such, but over here, this little zombie thing I got going on, this just looks a little awful. It looks terribly awful. Now, if we come down here into the actual grindy area where you pam, I've got these raw copper ore blocks in the granite, which I think is a lovely combination. In addition to the spruce floor, it looks like warm, and then the ceiling just is dark, and it makes the floor, the whole place, seem a bit smaller than it actually is. But I'm actually thinking of tearing all this out, because I'm sure you've noticed, this is just not the most high-tech design. So I'm not a really technical player. I might just leave this. I might try and make it better, depending on how I'm feeling. But regardless of that, around the sides and stuff, like all this, like there should not be like a cobble box here. They should have some stairs. There's no reason for all this like whoop, zoop-de-doop in the bottom when I'm trying to walk. I should just be able to, you know, up and down, nice and neat, right? But that's, whoa. See, this is exactly what I was talking about. But that is for another time. For next episode, well, let's just say that if this mountain had a spine, it would be feeling some chills. This has been SigmaWho, and I'm signing off.